I live in Berlin since 13 years now. And last year, end of September, I opened this beautiful pizzeria here. I love cooking since I'm 13-ish. Because then for the first time, I ate spaghetti aglio olio, a very classic Italian dish. And I fell in love with the simplicity of the Italian cuisine because it's about just a few ingredients, but the emphasis is on the quality of the ingredients. You take the dough and you create tension on the surface. You see? This is the mozzarella technique. After studying 10 years chemical engineering, I started to work as an engineer in science, in a classic 9-to-5 office job in science, but I noticed directly it's not for me because I was just bored sitting in front of a computer doing 2 hours of work every day, but you have to stay in the office 8 hours to make your hours, you know. I started to go to pizza school and all this process, and I started to work in different pizzerias. So before I opened Gemello, I worked in multiple pizzerias because I wanted to learn the workflow of pizzerias, how to make the dough, how are these people making the dough, because everywhere you work you can take a little bit what you can apply to your own techniques basically. But also during my teenage years I did everything. I did pizza delivery, I worked in the post office, I worked in a mill where they produce flour, and I had to carry 25 kilo bags of flour, basically the same what I'm doing here now. But yeah, I worked actually everywhere in my teenage years in my life. When was it? I don't know the year anymore, but I was traveling to Mexico for 6 months. And my partner, Idan, called me the night before and said, "Hey, Stefan, I want to talk to you." And he said, "Hey, the concept of this kind of pizzas is so cool, let's open a pizzeria together." And first I was skeptical, but then I went to Mexico and I was only working on the business plan. And since I came back, we realized this dream, kind of.
I'm Idan and I'm one of the founders of GEMELLO-Berlin. So I met Stefan for the first time when I was hosting a dinner at my studio, at UI Studio, when he was assistant to a chef that came to cook for us. He was very passionate about food and he was quiet, very fast learner, and he had a lot of curiosity in his eyes. I could really feel how he was open to learn, and I decided to offer him to lead a dinner a couple of weeks later on. He was very surprised, but he decided to go for it. He made the dinner was super successful, so successful that I got 3 proposals afterwards from guests in that dinner to book another slot or make a private event for them under the same scenario. And from that moment, I knew that something is baking.
Okay, are you guys busy outside? I want to make a brief video.
Nice. During my time when I did my bachelor thesis at the end of my studies in my hometown, I shared a flat with a guy and he was vegetarian. And back then I was still a heavy meat eater. But yeah, he kind of inspired me to try to go vegetarian for health and also for ethical reasons, of course. And when I moved to Berlin, you know, in Berlin there are many vegans. And I met a lot of friends and people who are vegans, so it also inspired me to try a vegan diet. For non-vegetarians, let's start with this group. We of course try to mimic or replicate like classic pizzas, for example with salami. So we have a pizza with chorizo, like the spicy salami from Spain. We try to have a lot of meat and fish and cheese alternatives for the so-called meat eaters, the omnivores, the people who eat everything. For the vegans, for the real vegans and vegetarians, we try to keep it interesting by not doing regular pizzas. Because we stopped calling it vegan pizzeria, we combine these two splitted groups at one place. And the pizza comes, a beautiful pizza comes on the table of a customer, and you see the customer directly like, wow, with a big smile on their face, and they eat, and you look at your customers and you see them, how they make the face like it's delicious. And this is for me the most rewarding, that I still cannot realize. People come here to enjoy the food I developed. Don't do it. No, I mean, if this is your dream to open a restaurant, of course you should pursue it and fight for it.
Who the fuck is this now?
But you have to understand, if cooking is your passion and you think, when I have a restaurant, I can work every day and do my passion, this is wrong. When you open a restaurant, you're not a chef anymore. You're a business owner. You don't cook anymore. You do shift plans. You have to manage a team. You have to do the food supplies. You have to make sure everything is clean. And you have to be aware of this. As soon as you have a restaurant, your role switches from chef to business owner. And as soon as you make enough money with your passion, you can quit your job, actually. And if you cannot make the transition fast, or if you don't understand this principle, you will go down.
And what do you think about pineapple pizza?
Very good question. I love it because putting pineapple on pizza is like, it's not about the flavor, it's more a statement. It's like, we do whatever we want. And this is also our message kind of at Gemello. Italian kitchen, I love Italian kitchen more than anything else, but it has also the most restricting rules. Pizza is art, and in art there are no rules, and you can do whatever you want to do as long as it tastes good for you and to the customers. Why not putting pineapple on pizza? I love it. My name is Stefan Anton Kugler, but my friends call me Steffi.
Okay, ciao guys.
How was the day today?
Happy but dead. Dead but happy. You work tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Just you.
Give me the boss. Have a fun weekend.
And I fly on Sunday and then you come here and I will shoot you. Make a good closing, guys.